So it's raining outside. It's about, I don't know, 11 o'clock, midnight or so. It's when I get to relax for the night. You know what I mean? I can do my own thing. I just recorded the video. I got my Terminator in. I'm excited to hook that up. It's going to be a pleasure, I believe. So we're getting ready to... It's dark in there. I know you can't see nothing. I just love the sound of this rain on this tin roof that I have. The sad part is I got a leak up here. You can see where that foam is. That was put there before I moved here. But it'll start dripping right here. And it'll get this whole thing wet back here if it rains hard enough. So, you know, whatever. That's, I'll deal with that next summer. Right now, so that seat, not the passenger seat, but the driver's seat, it's in the location where I would sit. And what I'm happy with, let me crawl in here. I got this light, so hopefully you can't see what I'm doing. I can turn the light on. Oh, my knee. This is the bad part about getting old. Everything hurts. Okay, let me figure out how to turn this light on. I gotta hold the button in. Bang! Alright, so hopefully this helps you guys out. I figured that the tunnel for the transmission is center, right? You would imagine. 46.5 inches is center, from center to center to my hoop, my main hoop. So where I'm sitting, now I would like to go back some more because my helmet is right about here. But the main hoop is 28 inches long. Or not the main hoop, we're going to call it the halo from now on. From building rally cars, they used to call it the halo. The forward hoop is what drag racers call it, but the halo, the one that goes around, it's 28.5 inches from the front back. That winds up, if you can see like where I've drawn these are too far. I'm going to have to drill this back here, but I'm going to come up right along here. That puts me right about where my halo is going to come back and run out of room. I can't go any longer than the halo, obviously, because my A-pillar pipes coming up won't reach it, which they're going to be out of place anyway, I think. But I'm going to drill them holes probably back here somewhere is where I'm going to shoot for. Let me go bottom side and I'll show you why. Keep in mind where the seam sealer is where the welds are, where this plate's welded in. So on both sides it's like that. So when I go underneath, you'll see like where this bolt is. This is where the seat belt went. You'll see the mount is right here. So I can't go down. See where I made my marks? I can't go down here. I have to go back here, which is fine. It'll bring me up right about here, and I'll be right behind this, which I think is put me in a good spot. Because mind you, like although the seat's back here, my helmet's up here. So I got this 3 to 6 inches room. I think it was 6 inches this way, 3 inches this way is what the thing said. So and mind you, I got some room I can drop here. I don't want to. I'm gonna eventually have to, but I don't want to mount the seat directly to the floor. I want to keep the factory rails so I can go back and forth. Main reason for that is I don't have to remove the steering wheel. I can just slide it back and get out. So once I mount that seat to the floor, I got to take the steering wheel off to get out. So I'm trying to avoid that. Anyway, let's go bottom side. We'll look at what we got going on here, and you can see why I'm going in here. And I'm going to use, where'd I go with it? The big drill, the big battery that I just got. This is all brand new stuff, man. I bought this. My old one crapped out on me. I only got high speed. I don't have anything lower than that, so I bought this stuff. Don't ask me why they gave me such a big battery, man. That's huge. I don't need it, but whatever. And then I got this hole saw. What is this size? Inch and two and an eighth inch. I bought this for the gauges to go on my dash, but it's too big. I need 2 inches, so I used it to cut one thing. But this is what we're gonna. This will give me room to wiggle around. So, anyhow, let's go underneath and look at what's going on under there. All right, let's go underneath here. We're on the passenger side, so you can get bearing of where we are. This is that mount. This is that weld I was talking about. So I'm coming through right about here, and the idea is I'm going to have that outrigger come out here. Let me grab a piece of metal that I'm going to use as the outrigger. or I'm not going to use this particular piece of metal. I got to get thicker stuff, but I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so I got to go to my welding supply place. You see how thin this stuff is? I have to get thicker stuff. Hopefully they got, I've seen it before. It's like a schedule 80, I don't know, but this is basically going to be welded on like this, right? And then when that cage comes through, it's going to mount on top of that, and then that's how it's going to mount on this. And I got to weld up in there, which is going to be a challenge for me, but I'll figure it out. And I've been debating on changing these mounts, but you know, it's one of those things. It's a rabbit hole of how many modifications do I make before it's too much. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just going to go with what I got. But this is going to come out here like this. My first thing I got to do is drill some holes in the floor. So hopefully I can do this pretty spot on, and I'm not gonna mess myself up. So I got this body line here I can measure against and figure out how far to come in. I might put a pilot hole to figure out exactly how far back to come, because you saw the size of that 2 1/8 inch hole. I don't want to go to where it's into this, you know what I mean? I got to come back far enough to where I don't mind if it's into this at all, but it's got to be back far enough to where it's not interfering with this mount. And I think we're going to be good. So let me start drilling some holes, and I'll turn the camera back on. So I'm here measuring this. We're pretty much like in the center of this channel here. We're a little off this way. So you figure, like, instead of center here, we're up here a little bit. I know it's hard to figure out on camera what the heck I'm talking about, but if you go to about right there, it's almost 5 inches into this corner. If I go like 4 3/4 underneath, it ought to put me in the area. It should be the same on both sides. 4 3/4. I don't have it centered. That's what's going on. See, the other side, this is over some more. I've measured something wrong. I've measured something that, or I remember someone talking about that, to be honest with you. One side's different than the other side on these blazers. I remember that now. Somebody was complaining about that. I don't see the difference though. Let's draw this across 46.5. So I drew this out. Sorry guys. This is what it's like working on your own. So 46.5, I went to 44, which brought me to 22. I'm horrible in math. So 24 1/4. That's 46.5, right? 22 1/4. So I did 22 1/4. Bah, right there. No, I suck at math. 46. What the heck? That's 23. 23 1/4. God dog it. 23 1/4 right there. Bam. So okay. And it was 46.5. Yeah. Okay. What happened? Why is my life so screwed up? What is it center to center here, man? We're looking at like 53.5. 53.5. So what is that? 52 would be 25, 26.5, 26 3/4, 26 3/4. Yeah, we're right at 26.5. So 26 3/4. That's pretty well center. Oh, what the heck? Why are we so far off, guys? I'm not good at math, but the math is adding up here. 26.5, 53.5. 53.5, yeah. So somebody said something about that. It's off. So we'll just all right. So yeah, instead of me, this is oh my goodness, this is how I spend my evenings. So we're gonna go 4 3/4 over here, 4 3/4 on the passenger side. Yeah, I'm happy with that. 4 3/4 over there, and how many over here? 4 1/4. 4 1/4 over here, 4 3/4 over there. Remind me of that when I get under the driver's side and I start poking holes through the chassis, because I'm not going to remember. I know you guys are going to not remind me, so I'm going to bring this and write on my chassis. All right, let me get underneath, guys. Okay, here we are. We got this hole wound up being here, which, what did we say was supposed to be 4 inches? Close enough. And what was this one supposed to be? 4 1/2. Close enough. Okay, so I think I might actually poke a hole next to it. Let's measure this across and see if we're at our 46 1/2 here. So that's there. Okay. It's pretty close. We're like 46. So, sorry if I'm not holding you guys right. There we go. So we'll put that there. Gives us our 23 and 23 1/4. 46. So we have like a 1/2 inch. See how where I originally measured, it should have been like over here on that one, and then this one, it should have been like in the center. We can still do that. This hole saw I chose is large enough. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to I'll mount you guys with that over here and over here as I drill these holes, and then we'll fit this main hoop up and see what it looks like. So let me get to it. Nice. That's awesome. That's what I think of you guys. Sorry. I didn't mean to do all that. Try this again. Apologize about that. I mean to throw y'all on the ground. Light's not staying. That's awesome. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, you're just gonna have to see what I'm doing, you know, without the light. I'm happy with that. Let's do it. I freaking broke the bit. Freaking cowboy. Let me change my bit. Alright, well, I apologize. The camera fell again while I was trying to change my bit. And I decided to just change. I had a whole different arbor. So we went that route. What did I do with the freaking hole saw? Yeah, I lost the hole saw. That's awesome. Alright, let me go try to find that. Okay, it was up on the toolbox. That was convenient. Okay. Alright, let's try this again without breaking the drill bit. Okay. Okay. Let's do the other side. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna poke a hole right next to this and drill that hole. And yeah, that's awesome. And hopefully we'll be all right. Okay, that's where we're gonna go. Do this without sending ourselves to the hospital. Kind of my goal tonight was to just get this main hoop set in place, sort of. Yeah, okay. Sorry guys. Alright, let's try this again. I'm happy with that. Alright, I'm going to go get that main hoop and see if I can finesse it into place here. Now that I got these holes drilled, I should be able to take the seats out, so I don't have to contest with them anymore. I just needed the seats in to see where my head was to find the location for these holes. So that was the main thing. But I think we got it. So let's move on to the next step, shall we? Alright, I'm trying to set you guys up to watch me install this main hoop or get it in place. I figured what's more entertaining than watching a grown man argue with a piece of pipe for 20 minutes, right? So I'm going to turn this light on. Hopefully you can see something. Fit up there, does it? I don't know. Does that help, guys? Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to let it go like that. All right. So let me try to get this pipe in here. Look at that. We drilled the holes in the right spot. Of course, I landed on my creeper. All right. Okay. We're off to a good start, I think. Yeah. I think that's a good start right there. Let me, I'm going to zip tie this in place, I think, is how I'm going to do this. And we'll see what we look like. So give me a few minutes to do that.